What if I told you that the love and marriage you've been longing for is not something you have to chase, plead for, or struggle to get? What if the very act of chasing is the reason it keeps slipping away? Today I'm going to show you how to draw marriage into your life effortlessly, without begging for it, and without ever running after anyone. Marriage is not something that appears out of desperation. It flows naturally when you align yourself with it. Many people make the mistake of thinking they need to convince someone to marry them, that they need to prove their worth, or that they must beg to be chosen. But the truth is, you don't manifest marriage through effort, you manifest it through assumption. What you inwardly believe to be true about yourself and your future becomes the reality you experience. The universe does not respond to your begging, it responds to your inner certainty. Imagine two people. One walks through life desperate for love, worried about being left behind, anxious about their future. The other walks with quiet confidence, knowing deep inside that they are already chosen, already loved, already destined for marriage. Which of the two do you think draws people toward them effortlessly? It is always the second, because their inner world radiates assurance. That energy is magnetic. It calls in exactly what they desire without chasing it. The secret is simple: stop living in the state of lack and start living in the state of fulfillment. You cannot manifest marriage if you are constantly affirming your loneliness. You cannot attract love if all you feel inside is fear of rejection. Instead, you must carry yourself as someone who already has what they want. When you close your eyes, don't imagine waiting for marriage, imagine yourself already married. See the ring on your finger, feel the warmth of your partner's hand, picture the life you are building together. Live in that state daily, and life will rearrange itself to bring it to you. Too many people believe that love requires chasing, pleading, or proving. But the very act of chasing communicates lack. When you beg for love, you are declaring that you don't already have it. And because your inner state creates your outer world, that belief only attracts more waiting, more disappointment, and more rejection. The fastest way to manifest marriage is to stop needing it desperately, and instead assume that it is already yours. You do not run after what belongs to you. You simply allow it to show up. Every night, as you prepare to fall asleep, use the power of imagination to step into your desired reality. Don't go to bed thinking about who doesn't love you, who isn't calling, or who hasn't committed yet. Instead, imagine a simple scene that would be true if you were already married. Perhaps you see yourself walking into your home with your partner, hearing them call you husband or wife, or feeling the joy of celebrating an anniversary together. Keep the scene short, vivid, and full of emotion. As you drift into sleep, let that feeling sink deep into your subconscious. This is how you plant the seed of marriage in your inner world, and what is planted must grow into reality. The beauty of this method is that you don't need to force or control anyone. You don't need to wonder when or how it will happen. The how is not your job. Life has infinite ways of bringing the right person, the right timing, and the right circumstances. Your only task is to faithfully dwell in the assumption that marriage is already yours. When you hold that inner knowing, everything else falls into place. The people you meet, the paths you take, and even the unexpected coincidences begin to align perfectly. Marriage is not created by desperate action. It is created by inner certainty. Have you noticed how people who carry themselves with quiet confidence often get chosen without even trying? They are not begging for attention, yet attention comes to them. They are not pleading for love, yet love finds them. Why? Because their energy speaks louder than their words. When you embody the energy of someone already married, the world reflects it back to you. You don't need to fight for it, you attract it. Stop counting the days, stop asking when will it happen, and stop comparing your journey to others. All of these actions affirm lack. Instead, move with the confidence of someone who knows their story is already written. Believe that your union is inevitable, that your marriage is certain, that love is already present in your life. The more you rest in this state, the faster it manifests. Life responds not to your desperation, but to your assumption. Remember, chasing only creates distance. The more you run after love, the faster it runs from you. But when you stand still in faith, love has no choice but to come closer. This is not arrogance, it is trust. It is the calm belief that what is yours cannot pass you by. Marriage is not something you run after. It is something you welcome with certainty. Let go of the need to control and hold firmly to the feeling that it is already done. Your soulmate, your partner, your marriage, it already exists in consciousness. You are not waiting for it to be created. You are waiting for it to be revealed. Every time you imagine yourself in union, you are drawing it closer. Every time you give thanks as though it is already yours, you are aligning with it. The distance between you and your marriage is only the distance between doubt and belief. Once you collapse that gap by believing, manifestation becomes inevitable. So tonight, when you close your eyes, don't fall asleep worrying about who hasn't chosen you yet. Fall asleep knowing you are already chosen. Feel the joy of belonging, the comfort of love, and the certainty of marriage. Let your subconscious carry that image until it becomes your waking reality. Very soon, what you have been imagining inwardly will stand before you outwardly. Marriage is not about chasing. It is not about begging. It is about knowing. The moment you stop running after it and start living in it, the door opens. The one who is meant for you is already moving in your direction. Your job is not to force it, it is to believe it. When you believe, you no longer beg. When you know, you no longer chase. And when you rest in the certainty of already being loved, marriage manifests faster than you ever dreamed possible. Marriage is not something that comes to those who run endlessly after it. It comes to those who understand alignment. Chasing after someone with desperation creates resistance, but living with certainty that you are already chosen draws love in naturally. Your outer reality always mirrors your inner world. If you believe you are overlooked, the world will confirm it. If you believe you are already chosen, life will shape itself around that truth. Stop thinking you must convince anyone of your worth. Your worth is already established. Marriage manifests not through exhausting effort, but through inward assurance. The person who walks confidently, who assumes they are already valued, attracts effortlessly. Alignment within always creates alignment without. Begging for love or marriage is like holding up a sign that says, "I don't already have this." The universe responds to your deepest assumptions, not your desperate words. When you beg, you affirm lack, and lack only breeds more lack. But when you shift into the feeling of already being married, you radiate a different energy. You are no longer pleading to be chosen, you are embodying someone who already is. People can feel this difference instantly. You become magnetic because you carry yourself with quiet certainty, instead of restless longing. Marriage does not come to those who beg, it comes to those who believe. Your imagination is the most powerful tool you possess. It is the invisible doorway to the life and marriage you desire. If you can see yourself already united with the one you love, you are creating that reality in seed form. The mind cannot distinguish between what is vividly imagined and what is real. So when you close your eyes and picture your wedding ring, your partner's smile, or the joy of waking up next to them, you are impressing your subconscious with truth. Those impressions do not remain hidden forever, they bloom into your outer world. What you dare to imagine consistently becomes your experience. The question of when will it happen keeps many people trapped in waiting. Every time you ask that, you affirm that marriage is not here yet. That very belief delays it further. Instead, begin to live in the reality that it has already happened. Walk, talk, and think as someone who is already married. Replace thoughts of waiting with thoughts of fulfillment. The more you rest in the now, the more quickly your outer world aligns with it. Don't wait for evidence before you believe. Believe first, and the evidence will follow. Gratitude is one of the greatest forces in attracting marriage. When you give thanks for something before it physically arrives, you are telling the universe that you are certain it is already yours. Gratitude unlocks blessings because it is rooted in faith. Each night whisper thank you for the love and marriage that already belongs to you. Imagine celebrating anniversaries, waking up beside your partner, or hearing them call you theirs. Giving thanks for what you cannot yet see ensures that soon you will. Gratitude turns the invisible into the visible by declaring it real before the world shows it. Chasing creates the opposite of attraction. When you run after something, you signal that it is separate from you. But the truth is, what is yours cannot be lost. The moment you stop chasing and step into faith, love begins moving toward you. Stillness is more powerful than struggle. Faith pulls marriage closer in ways chasing never could. If you think of a magnet, it doesn't run after metal, it simply draws it in by being what it is. In the same way, your calm assurance draws love without effort. Stop running, stand still in certainty, and marriage will come. There is incredible power in what you imagine before sleep. The mind is most impressionable in those quiet moments when you drift into unconsciousness. By imagining a simple scene, a kiss on the forehead, a wedding day toast, or hearing "I love you," you are giving your subconscious new instructions. This repeated scene, short and full of feeling, plants a seed deep inside. Over time, that seed grows until it blossoms in your waking life. The outer world cannot resist the impressions you give your subconscious. If you want marriage, give your mind the experience of already having it as you close your eyes each night. You do not need to know the details of how love will come. Obsessing over the how is wasted energy. The timing, the place, the meeting, it is not your job to control those things. The universe has infinite ways of aligning the right circumstances. Your only task is to embody the feeling of already being married. Live in that reality inwardly, and the rest will unfold with perfect timing. Release the need to calculate, predict, or force outcomes. Trust that unseen forces are arranging everything beautifully. Faith is letting go of the how and embracing the certainty of when. Confidence is irresistible. Desperation pushes people away, but quiet assurance draws them in. When you embody the energy of someone who already belongs, you walk differently, speak differently, and carry yourself with a glow that others notice. You don't need to explain or justify yourself. Your presence speaks louder than words. This is why confidence accelerates marriage. The more certain you are within, the more people are drawn to you without. You no longer hope to be chosen, you already are, and that belief shapes how the world responds to you. Confidence is the silent magnet of love. Persistence is the secret ingredient to manifestation. It is not enough to imagine once or twice, you must return to the feeling again and again. Each time doubt creeps in, redirect your mind to the vision of being married. Do not argue with fear, replace it with faith. Say quietly within yourself, "It is done." The more consistently you persist in this state, the faster your outer world conforms. Just as steady drops of water shape stone, your persistent belief shapes reality. Persistence makes the invisible visible and the impossible inevitable. Stay loyal to your vision until it hardens into fact. Marriage is not something far away in time, it already exists in consciousness. The only thing separating you from it is your belief in separation. Once you accept that your marriage is already yours inwardly, you dissolve that illusion. This creates an immediate bond between what you imagine and what you live. You are not creating something new, you are uncovering what has always been yours. The moment you embrace that truth, you stop waiting and start receiving. Your marriage is not on its way, it already exists, waiting for your acceptance. Begging says maybe, but knowing says done. When you know something belongs to you, you no longer plead for it. The same is true of marriage. The moment you shift from uncertainty to knowing, love manifests quickly and beautifully. Life responds instantly to your certainty. There is no delay once you stand firmly in the truth that your marriage is already yours. Stop asking, stop hoping, and stop waiting. Begin knowing. Walk through life with the assurance that what you desire is already reality. That quiet conviction makes marriage not just possible but inevitable.